It's a PIHL hockey night in Pittsburgh. It's a great day for PIHL hockey.
Thank you for calling Penny, PA's health insurance marketplace. How can I help you?
I need help paying my health insurance premiums.
You came to the right place. Penny gets you the lowest costs on high-quality plans.
Enroll now at penny.com. Paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
Do you have a favorite leather couch or chair that's damaged? Has your car, boat, or RV's interior seen better days? Maybe your business's furniture or your private aircraft's interior could use a little love. You're probably thinking replacement is going to be expensive. And what happens to the damaged piece after you throw it out? Does it just end up in a landfill? It doesn't have to. FiberNew specializes in the restoration of leather, plastic, and vinyl. To get an estimate, connect with us today.
And it comes back to Lucas Blows. Hey, rookie, welcome to the show, the Penguins Cup Championship show, the Penguins Cup playoff show, and the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars putting on a show. Tell the boys and girls I just don't care.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices. Located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart, Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
Get ready, Pittsburgh! Experience a night out on the town and the thrill of live music. Trusky Entertainment brings you the hottest concerts and unforgettable events right here in the Steel City. Visit TruskyEntertainment.com to grab your tickets today and don't miss out on the best live music in Pittsburgh.
Look at him, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, climbing his way through the corporate rat race. We've all been there, focused on that next raise, promotion, chocolate bar. Keeping an eye on your health can be exhausting. Weight Loss Direct is a personalized wellness and weight loss program. You utilize an AI algorithm to determine your specific foods and match you with a real-life coach and an easy-to-follow meal plan so you could stay on track to success and health. Check out weightlossdirect.com to learn more.
It's a PIHL hockey night in Pittsburgh. It's a great day for PIHL hockey.
The 2025 PIHL High School Hockey Playoffs continue on TenbandTV and the Triple I High School Sports Network. The D2 Championship to be decided here this evening at the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex in Cranberry as top-seeded Morgantown takes on number 2 Burrell as both programs look for their first PIHL championship in program history. Good evening. Welcome back. The final of 4 PIHL championships here at the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex. Classes A through 3A have been decided. Overtime was needed twice. And now we will crown the Division II champion in our final of 4 PIHL championship games. Yesterday, it was number 1 Seneca Valley beating number 7 South Fayette in Class AAA, 3 overtimes before the Raiders won the AAA Penguins Cup. Avonworth, 7-1 winners over Mars to claim the Class A Penguins Cup. And then our first game here at the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex this evening. It took overtime, but in OT, Erie Cathedral Prep defeated top-seeded Fox Chapel by the count of 5-4. Fox Chaplain won both regular season meetings, but here Cathedral Prep wins the title. These two teams, due to the size of the open classification with 3 divisions, only met once on the regular season. That meeting was back on October 10th in Morgantown, and it was Burrell coming away with a 6-5 victory over the Mohawks. That was the last time that Morgantown lost a hockey game on the 2024-2025 calendar. The road to the PIHL championships for each of these sides. Burrell, the number 2 seeded Bucks, knocked off number 7 Elizabeth Forward 7-3 in the quarterfinals. The game was at the Pittsburgh Sports Arena in New Kensington. Then Burrell would defeat number 3 Deer Lakes 5-2 in the semis last Thursday night. A game at the RMU Island Sports Center, the 4th meeting of the season between the Bucks and the Lancers. Burrell won 2 of 3 in the regular season and won the semifinal round match. And an opportunity to play here for the championship with that win over Deer Lakes as well. Morgantown, the Mohawks, they smoked Gateway in the quarterfinal round. Morgantown defeated the Gators 11-0 in the playoff opener, and then added 9 more for good measure in the semis as they beat Neshannock 9-4 last Thursday night at the RMU Island Sports Center. So 20 goals for the Mohegans, or the Mohawks that is, through 2 postseason games. Morgantown was the highest scoring team and the top point getting team in Division II through the regular season as well. Burrell, number 2 Bucks, also the number 2 goal scoring team, and have the regular season win over the Mohawks, as we had mentioned. Figure this game would probably have a high-scoring theme to it, as both these teams put goals up. They combined for 11 in that regular season match. And so far through 2 playoff games, Burrell has scored 12. Morgantown has scored 20. So these teams combining for 32 playoff goals through 4 games. Keep the goaltenders busy in this one. Goaltending matchup in the net to our right for Burrell will be Cooper Price. Price has won both playoff games for the Buccaneers as well, 2-0 in the postseason with a 2.50 goals against average. Price did not play in the regular season matchup between these sides. Matty George got the win for the Bucks in that one. And in the net to our left for Morgantown, looks like it's going to be Ben Wilson getting the call. Wilson started the previous playoff game. He got the 9-4 win over Neshannock. Lincoln Cox started the quarterfinal round match and got the shutout win over Gateway. Morgantown trailed Neshannock 3-1 in that quarterfinal round match before scoring the next 6 goals of the contest and rolling on to the 9-4 victory. Burrell pulled away from Deer Lakes as the game moved on. And in the regular season for the Bucks, it was Landon Johnson who had a big effort in the victory over the Mohawks. Morgantown, through the playoffs, Cooper Cox has recorded a hat trick in each of the first 2 games for the Mohawks. This game's special for these teams. One, because one of them will be the first ever Penguins Cup champion for their respective side. Neither Burrell or Morgantown has ever won a PIHL championship. But also, for the first time ever, the Open Division champion, the Division II as it's called now champion, will play the Pennsylvania State title game in what's going to be called the Challenge Cup against the Open Class D2 winner from the eastern side of the state. We'll talk more about the specifics on that as this evening goes on. Teams are lined up, getting ready for the playing of the national anthem. Burrell and Morgantown. Round 2 on the season. And the Mohawks, the last team to defeat Burrell, way back on October the 10th. Morgantown has not tasted defeat since. And the Mohawks and the Bucks get ready to face it off here for the D2 championship. We will pause for the playing of the national anthem. We get ready to get underway. The Division II championship between Morgantown and Burrell. Matt Vandriak, welcome in. Bob Orquist here.
We having fun yet?
Are you having fun?
I am.
Steps in.
Except for climbing those steps. I'm a year older now, so good talking with Eric Cathedral Prep, an overtime winner. 2 of the 3 games for the Penguins Cup championships have gone to overtime. Just 1, your standard overtime game tonight. Like 3, yesterday had 3. This one should be a good one, right? These 2 teams have. Now, we were wrong in our read in the first game, but I think if you like the offense, this was the game to focus on in the championships.
Bob, just let us know that these teams met once in the regular season. Burrell defeated Morgantown 6-5, October 10th. That's the last time Morgantown lost. Morgantown scored 20 goals in 2 playoff games. Cooper Cox recorded 2 playoff hat tricks. Sean DiBartolomeo has had 2 5-point efforts. On the other side, Burrell, well, 7-1, 5 in the other, and 2 postseason wins for Cooper Price.
And 104 shots in 2 playoff games for the Buccaneers. Drew Burkett says they like to put shots on. They've won 12 straight. Morgantown has won 20 straight since that 6-5 loss. The stat out of that game is most surprising is Morgantown only had 13 shots. They were outshot 33-13 in that 6-5 victory for Burrell.
Underway, left to right, the Mohawks move. They're decked out in the home whites with the red and blue trim. Right to left, Burrell will defend and move the puck as well. They're decked out in the powder blue with the black and white, a la the 1967 Pittsburgh Penguin throwback jerseys. The best third jersey the Penguins won. Goaltending matchup, to our right, Cooper Price.
I agree completely with you.
Too many since. And in the net to our left, for Morgantown, it is Ben Wilson, his 2nd consecutive start for the Mohawks. Kemp to the net, pad save, and I don't think Wilson even saw it as that one went through some traffic. Burrell setting it up to the left point. Kemp again through traffic, fires wide. Clearing it out through the neutral zone. Slowed down there by Julian Kemp, who's pressed on the play by Gino Valenti. Valenti finishes his check. On the Bucks, Mike Mrazek. Kemp brings it back, rising rip up and over. To the right side, Luke Mink to the net. Saved by Wilson, no rebound. Well, we had a chance to talk to these coaches during the playoffs. Rob Rockus, he said for Morgantown, these guys like to play fast. They like to generate offense. They like to play 1980s Edmonton Oilers style hockey. Drew Burkett for Burrell. Like to get shots on goal.
Shots, and more shots, right? And they've got 104, as I said. We saw that with Morgantown's 9-4 victory over Neshannock in the semifinals. The two-time defending D2 champion, Neshannock Lancers, were ousted. Morgantown going for their first ever Division II championship. Third appearance for Burrell. They're also seeking cup number 1.
Here comes Lemieux, drops it back. Hollander finds a man in the slot. Backhand try there, blocked. And back the other way comes Burrell. Lead feed. Here comes Dante Taliani. Taliani, the man goes to the net. Off the post. Mink. A pretty sequence, but he hits the near iron.
So a great pass and great patience as he comes right to left and goes to the backhand. I thought that a quick second that Wilson got a piece of that as Price makes the save, but he hits the post on a great opportunity to get the game's first goal for the Buccaneers.
A great passing sequence for Burrell. We'll see it here on the replay.
So that's the defensive player right there leads to this breakout. And so they come down the left wing, almost comes into a 2-on-1. Mink forehand, backhand, iron.
Taliani put it on the tape, and as you said, Mink did everything but finish. Lead feed up the right side, chance back for the Bucks, pass, save made. He's hurrying back there for Burrell. Was Dom Rosa. Rosa trying to break it out again, leads the charge. Dumps it in, chasing it down. There's going to be Jared Wall. Wall battling back behind the net against Morgantown's James Robbins. And up the through center it goes, past Don Petrucci. Into the Burrell zone. The Bucks can regroup and settle up. Julian Kemp, who I think's been out here for the entire duration of this one so far.
I think you're right. 11's been a mainstay.
He'll head to the, no, he won't head to the bench. Johnson going to head off. As around it comes, Mrazek. Couldn't make the steal. Back the other way now comes Morgantown. That's Gino Valenti. Valenti dumps it down. Aaron Holm.
Nice move.
Eludes the check in a defender. Chips it ahead to Baird. Baird moves it ahead to Mrazek. Mrazek 1-on-3. Defender drops it back and it's blocked. Jake Rose tried to put it on. And a good block there by Morgantown's Nico Cortis. I'm sorry.
Mrazek got knocked down by James Robbins initially, and his stick was tied up with Mrazek.
Top of the point, shot towards the net there from Aaron Holm goes wide. And all the way out of the zone. So Burrell, number 2 seeded Bucks. The only team to beat Morgantown this season. Moving it ahead to Kemp. Kemp breaks the zone over to the right circle. Kemp spins to the wall as a trailer. It's Mrazek, backhander. And defended well on the play by Morgantown's Weston Macy. Big collision in the corner as Valenti and Mrazek came together. Morgantown brings it out. Pass over here to the near side. Going to be a self-pass. Valenti tries to get around Holm. Holm outs it to Mink. Mink drifts back, trying to find an exit. Shepard pressures him. That being Aiden Shepard. Throws it back towards the net, and a pad save made by Cooper Price. Aiden Shepard, I believe, had the hat trick the first time these two teams met. Got a penalty coming up here against Morgantown.
You are correct. Valenti and Hollander each a goal and an assist for Morgantown. Mink had 2 goals and an assist. Landon Johnson a goal and an assist. It was the backup keeper in the net for
Matty George.
Burrell. Yeah, Matty George got the win. First power play, these are important. Although in the game prior to this, 2A, it was an early power play for Cathedral Prep, who ended up winning in overtime. It was a short-handed goal for Fox Chapel, minute 9 in.
Burrell to the penny.com power play. Chance in tight, save made. Rebound fired wide as the Bucks. Dante Taliani had a good look. And a stop made. Mink keeps it, drags around. A man floats it towards the net, but wide. Mrazek had a chance there on that early try as well.
He had the first shot from the bottom of the circle, and a steal and a clear for the Mohawks.
Will Lukenbach called for the penalty for Morgantown. That sends the Bucks to the penny.com power play. And Burrell, a good power play, Bob, through the season and the playoffs as well.
31.7, third during the regular season. Just 2 for 12, though, in the playoffs. Morgantown is 6 for 6 on the PK in the playoffs, 82.3% during the regular season.
Morgantown gets the clear dumping it back into the Buck zone. Stopped there by Cooper Price, left behind the net. And now at the now come the Bucks. Kemp going to take the puck across center red, dumps it over here to Mrazek. Mrazek looks it over. Mrazek drags it down the wall. Mrazek dropping it back. Kemp at the left point. Tries to turn it. Kemp drags. Kemp to the circle, now to the dot. Kemp in tight, puts it in front. And it's blocked down by Jacob Hollander, who gets the clear.
That's good movement by Julian Kemp, Mink, but just can't get the pass in front. Kemp again, boys, he got a ton of ice time. Uh-oh.
Short-handed chance back the other way. Hollander breaks it up. Hollander, wrister coming, glove saved by Price. Juggles the rebound but holds. Face-off back in the Buck zone to our right with 30 seconds remaining on this Burrell Penny.com power play.
And that's really all that Jacob Hollander can do. There was almost like a 1-on-3. So really no room for him to skate even further, but he does get a good wrist shot from the left circle, but a better glove save. 4 saves apiece in this one for Price and for Wilson.
Puck backhanded back out by the Mohawks. Burrell needs a touch up to get onside. Hustling after it here is Jared Wall, but Morgantown will turn it back into the Bucks zone. And Burrell will make one last rush here on this Penny.com power play. Banked off the boards, cut off at center red, and Dom Petrucci sends it back. So the Bucks will break it out. And the penalty over. Lukenbaugh heads to the bench. We're back to even strength. So Morgantown remains perfect on the PK here through the postseason. Into the corner, leaning on a man there is Hank Wilson. So he's battling against Braden Snyder. Snyder able to move it over here to the near side. Centering try, settled down and fired wide. Wilson from the circle, misses glove side. Robbins feeds it low. Puck played and chased there by Aaron Holm for the Bucks. Over to the far boards, kept in. On the pinch there by Hank Wilson. Morgantown gets a look in tight. Price makes the save as Dom Petrucci looks to put it home.
Petrucci's there, but the key is that John DiBartolomeo, who's got a goal and 4 assists in each of the playoff wins, he makes the steal. So Hank Wilson lays a hit. DiBartolomeo gets the steal, gets it back to Wilson for the first shot, and they keep the puck in to get a second shot, but 1 save in that sequence for Cooper Price. Puck still, though, in the Buck zone. Still, that's a misfire.
Fanned on.
Sheftik healed that.
Centered, save made, follow-up try, another stop by Price. The first save was on Shepard, and the second was on Weston Maisie.
Second one was a good one. Great stick save.
One-time try, block getting in front of it there was Dante Taliani. Burrell trying to work it out here up the near side. And hustling back with the puck comes Julian Kemp. 2-on-4. Kemp drags, tries to wrist. Maisie gets back to break it up, still gets it on net. Where it's sticked aside by the goaltender Ben Wilson. Mink from the left point, banks it off the near boards, down low. Comes back, Mink in the slot, defended well by Morgantown's Gino Valenti. And back the other way now comes Cam Smith. And he's hammered by Kemp as he crosses the blue line. Morgantown regroups, Nico Kortzis almost has it stolen by Taliani at center red. Puck chip back to the red line, Taliani dumps it back in. Morgantown gives chase, Cam Smith after it there. Smith works it over to the far side. Jacob Hollander moves that puck ahead. Here comes Gino Valenti. Valenti breaks the zone. Valenti tries to dump it off the board. Chasing back after it, there's Cooper Cox. And Burrell, Jake Rose sends the length of the rink. Icing call. Face off back into the visitor zone to our right.
6 shots to 5 in this first period for Morgantown. And they had the power play, Burrell had the power play, which Morgantown killed off. So up and down, which we expected, right? Edmonton Oilers of the 80s with those blue unis. Burrell could be representing the 90s Pens. 2 of the historic teams in the history of the NHL.
Teams like offense from the left point. High shot misses there from Hank Wilson.
Game might have been a little different back in those eras.
Just a little as Burrell's going to be called for a penalty. And we're going to see Morgantown get their first try on the Penny.com power play.
Forrest Baird goes to the box.
Flashing the call. So we'll see Morgantown with the man advantage. But when we had talked to Rob Rockus before the semis, So that's one of the things this team likes to do. Get on the power play, take advantage of it, and they did that through the regular season.
40%, 4 out of every 10 in the regular season. Tops in D2. How about 75% in the playoffs, 3 of 4.
John DiBartolomeo to Jacob Hollander.
Burrell, though, 6 of 6 in the playoffs, killing penalties.
See if Morgantown can take advantage of this penny.com power play try. As it's dumped back into the Burrell zone, lifted and set the length of the ring.
It's a good start. That's a good clear for Julian Kemp, who remains out there. Ice time eater is Julian Kemp.
He has been out. He's had a very Alexei Kovalev shift night here.
He's had 1 break, I think, maybe 2.
Valenti drops it back to Hollander. Hollander now going to drop it back to DiBartolomeo. DiBartolomeo floats it towards the net.
Nice job.
A little bit of shortstop there, Bob.
Yeah.
Flags down the pop-up.
In traffic, nonetheless. Cooper Price is not the tallest goaltender out there, but a good read. Way to get that puck to get a stoppage. 45 seconds elapsed in the Baird slashing penalty.
Face off in the circle to the right. 75 seconds remaining on the Morgantown penny.com power play. Kurtz's shot, pad saved by Price. And now a chance maybe back for Morgantown. Sorry for Burrow, shorthanded. Trying to push it ahead there was Luke Mink. It's going to be the Mohawks back the other way. Hollander drops to Valenti. Wrist shot fired wide. Rebound, score! Nico Kurtzis puts the mess in motion, and the Mohawks get a penny.com power play goal.
So Kurtzis, a goal and an assist so far in the playoffs. Not a big gun, but he's in the right spot at the right time. The heavy wrister by Valente misses. Off the boards, though. He knows where to be. Opposite post, left side, empty net, 1-0 Mohawks.
Power play goal, a penny.com power play goal stakes Morgantown to the early lead. Kemp still out there from the faceoff, throws it to the circle. DiBartolomeo works over to the far side, drops it back. Hollander dumps it in. And that'll send Adam Sheftick back after it for the Bucks. Tries to bring it here to the near side. Hollander steals, throws it towards the net, blocked down. Shot from the point. Firing wide there is James Robbins. Jake Rose. Ahead now to Julian Kemp. Kemp floats it towards the net, sticked aside by Wilson. Valenti gets the assist, and the only assist.
So we have the Dasher board and assist?
It deserves one. That's our first Cranberry bounce that we've seen today. Here comes Morgantown with the penny.com power play goal and the lead. Up the left side, Dom Petrucci cut off. Taken away by the Bucks. And then back the other way. Johnson gives it away to Petrucci. Then Johnson returns it. Who turns over here to Julian Kemp. Kemp breaks the line up the right side. Julian Kemp collides. Stepping up for Morgantown was Wilson. And now Petrucci back the other way. Shooting pad save. Good job there to use the defender. Holm as a screen. Better save by Price.
Yeah, right toe save by Cooper Price. That's his 8th save.
Morgantown bringing it back, looking for the equalizer. Wrapping all the way around. Now turning it towards the net. Blocked there on the try from Jared Wall. Good job to get in front of it by Morgantown's James Robbins. Comes back over to the right side, out of the circle, shot through traffic, save made, rebound, pushed just wide. Snyder got the first shot on. Then a rebound opportunity there for Burrell, and Wall pushed it just wide. Now he fires again and misses.
They pitchforked it, and he got it through Ben Wilson, but wide.
Back the other way comes Petrucci. Petrucci works in, shoots off the chest, as the save's made by Cooper Price.
Good job to hug that near post on that save for Price.
Working hard here is Morgantown. Trying to get back into the zone. Burrell's going to cut it off through the neutral zone. Puck backhanded ahead. And teams go back and forth in neutral ice. Burrell is onside. Dante Taliani pushed it to Mink. Mink circles back. Mink looks it over. Mink shot through traffic. Loose puck in tight. And Wilson gets the glove down. And there was Ryan Birkin in front.
So, Matt, can I tell a cautionary tale to Morgantown fans, at the same time encouraging Burrell fans?
Absolutely.
In the regular season, Morgantown had leads of 2-0, 3-1, and 5-3. And Burrell came back and won. So you shouldn't get too excited on one side. You shouldn't get too down on the other.
Of
course, that means nothing tonight, right?
Nothing at all, but I also believe if we're talking about trends, the Morgantown had 4 power play goals in that game as well. As Mink gets one to the net from the right circle.
They were 4 of 6 and killed off 6 of 7 penalties for Burrell, and Burrell still won.
The Bucks had a big evening for Mike Mrazek in that victory.
He's always one of the focal points of their offense. Wilson was in goal, took the loss in that game for the Mohawks.
Wilson making his 2nd consecutive playoff start after Lincoln Cox got the shutout win for Morgantown in that quarterfinal victory over Gateway, the 11-0 start. So Morgantown now with 21 goals on the board through 2 and almost a third games.
Shouldn't be surprised there, right? They had a $1.89 during the regular season, so that puts them at 210. That's good eating.
Sure is. Morgantown trying to be the first West Virginia school to win a PIHL Opener D2 championship since John Marshall did it in 2011. Burrell gets a couple of looks there, but the defense of the Mohawks equal to, and it's some nice work by Morgantown's Hank Wilson to break that up. Valenti back, wrister stick save made by Price. Rebound, denial, seems it had to come as Price stops Valenti again.
Well, he left it out there, right? He left the juicy steak out there for Valenti, but he followed it up and slid to his right to make the second save, did Cooper Price.
Puck dumped down into the corner. Out with it now come the Bucks. Mink, shot blocked. Nice job to get in front of it there for Morgantown. That's Owen Young with the block. Around it comes. Morgantown looking for an out. Here comes Aiden Shepard. Shepard going to take it across center red, dump it in as the Mohawks get some fresh troops on. Price slows it down, leaves it for the defense, and that's Julian Kemp, who keeps on working out there. Puck chipped back. Opportunity here for Mrazek. Mrazek taken down, penalty coming up. And the Mohawks headed to the sin bin, and Burrell will get their second try on the penny.com power play.
So Mrazek also plays for the Pittsburgh Stars. 117, 117 career points, 54 goals, 63 assists. Wants to play junior hockey and then age out, head to college. Also likes the golf. He gets inside leverage right there, but that was the key. And then
Cooper Cox.
Is it a hold? It is a
sir.
good call. Yep. That's what I thought the call was. Cox with a free hand, tugs Mrazek to the ice.
Back to the left point, it comes to Mink. Mink down the left side, comes back to the top point. Kemp looks it over to the right circle now. Mrazek looking for Mink. Well defended there by the Mohawks. Getting in front of it there was Hollander. To the right side, Mrazek into the circle, drives down low. Mrazek tries to bring it around, cut off by the defense. Good work by Lemieux.
Good possession, though, for Mrazek.
Continuing with it, turning shot, glove down. Good job in front there by Cam Smith. And
Cam Smith blocking it and clearing it. Well done in front of the net. 35 seconds gone in the man advantage.
Burrell with their second try on the penny.com power play. Kemp gets the drop pass. Kemp looks it over, drags and shoots. That was partially blocked by Morgantown's Cooper Helen. Over into the corner it comes. Fighting out with it now. Comes back to Kemp. Kemp gets away from a man from the circle, tries to shoot block. Mink will find it. Mink down the left wall. Cam Smith comes back to the left point. Mink looks it over. Mink controls. Mink drifts. Mink shoots. Deflected save. Rebound save. As in front of the net was Forrest Baird. And a big stop made by Ben Wilson. Out it comes again. Mink. Going to break the Morgantown line. Mink to the right circle. Mink shoots, save Wilson, rebound found. And Morgantown's Hank Wilson going to float it back to the neutral zone with the final 30 seconds of this BurrellPenny.com power play. Kemp drags. She Love save Ben Wilson.
So Kemp with a nice rush late. Still 26 seconds to go. He does a good job. Both teams needing a line change. So there's an open space coming down the left wing. And Julian Kemp drags and cuts it in. And tries to shoot, not against the grain, but with the grain. But a better save by Wilson. He's stopped all 12 shots he has seen in this first period.
Each team with 12 shots aside, but Morgantown has the 1-0 lead on the Penny.com power play goal by Nico Kurtzis. Last rush on this Penny.com power play try for the Bucks. Drop pass, shot there by Johnson, floats up and over the net, back behind the cage. Teams jostle for it. Baird putting pressure on. Up the left side, kept in by Holm at the left point. Valenti was taken over as Johnson ran through him over there. And the net comes off the Morans. We'll do the draw in the home zone to our left with 52.2 seconds left here in this opening frame. Morgantown up 1-0. Penny.com PPG for Nico Kurtzis. Face-off won by the Bucks. Comes to the left wall, shot on, blocker to side. Holm threw it to the net. Wilson gets the blocker on it. Over to the far side. Trying to clear, kept in. Bucks with relentless pursuit here. Good job by Snyder. Top of the left circle, shot on in front. Chance and tight save, Wilson. Rebound kept out. Wilson coming up big in this first period for the Mohawks. Lead feed to Valenti. Final 23, Valenti stays on side, throws it towards the net, broken up. Johnson sends it back the other way for the Bucks. Opportunity for Rosa. Shoots back against the grain and fires wide. Johnson, Holm, one-timer misses. Kemp on, along the right wall, Kemp to the circle. Kemp bumped off the puck there by Valenti. Kemp leaned on by Kurtzis, keeps coming. Centering try, looking for wall, goes wide, and the horn sounds to end period number 1. 17 minutes of hockey in the books here at Cranberry. Your score in the D2 championship after one. It's Morgantown 1, Burrell nothing. We'll take a break and be right back. You're watching the 2025 PIHL High School Hockey Playoffs on TenbandTV and the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh. It's a great day for PIHL hockey.
Thank you for calling Penny, PA's health insurance marketplace. How can I help you?
I need help paying my health insurance premiums.
You came to the right place. Penny gets you the lowest costs on high-quality plans.
Enroll now at penny.com, paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
Do you have a favorite leather couch or chair that's damaged? Has your car, boat, or RV's interior seen better days? Maybe your business's furniture or your private aircraft's interior could use a little love. You're probably thinking replacement is going to be expensive. And what happens to the damaged piece after you throw it out? Does it just end up in a landfill? It doesn't have to. FiberNew specializes in the restoration of leather, plastic, and vinyl. To get an estimate, connect with us today.
Back here at the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex. Second period getting underway. Division II championship. Top seeded Morgantown leading number 2 Burrell 1-0 after one alongside Bob Orquist. Matt Vandriak with you here on TenbandTV and the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Nico Kurtzis, the power play goal off the Valenti missed shot off the backboards. The only goal, big save there.
Sheftick threw it to the net. Wilson the save. Puck still loose, battling for it. Still loose. And the Mohawks get it out.
Ben Wilson, what a great save on the rebound from Mrazek.
Kemp's gonna dish, broken up. Kurtzis, who helped clear that last fray, blocked that shot as well. To the corner.
Burrell has the last 8 shots on goal in this game. Ben Wilson has stopped them all.
Sheftick sending it towards the net. In tight, Wilson another save as Jake Rose tried to put it home. DiBartolomeo floats it up to the right side. Cooper Cox going to try to bounce it down. Cox defended on the play by Julian Kemp. Hollander makes the steal. To Cox, to DiBartolomeo. Lemieux fires it through the crease. Cox tries to flag it down. He's bumped off the puck there by Kemp. And out it comes. Rose going to give chase. Icing no called.
I thought on a play, instead of the pass from left to right for Cooper Cox, he had room to skate in. Says the guy giving advice to the guy who has 3 goals and 2 assists in both playoff games, right? He tried to make the perfect pass. I thought he could have angled in and maybe a shot and a rebound for DiBartolomeo on the near side.
Clean face-off win, trying to turn it over and shoot there with Shepard. Blocked, Valenti gets it back. He'll dump it down low. Weston Maisie over here to the near side. And Aiden Shepard back to Wilson at the point. Wilson goes to Shepard at the left circle. Shepard shot, pad save made by Price. As Morgantown finally gets a shot here in the second period. Burkett bumped by Shepard. Wilson through center red, puck cut off by Snyder. Snyder dumps it in, held on to by Wilson, and then moves it to keep play going.
Wilson to Wilson.
Where's Phillips?
Ben to Hank.
At the left side, fired wide. Around it comes.
I like what you did there. Hold on.
Morgantown right now holding on as Burrell's bringing the attack. Left point shot blocked, and a chance back the other way. Chino Valenti. Valenti trying to pass it as it being dropped back to Shepard. Shepard drags as his pocket picked. On a great defensive play by Burrell's Aaron Holm.
Yeah, Aaron Holm. So it's a 3-on-2 because of a blocked shot at the blue line. And then it wasn't a pass, but a blocked shot that came to Shepard. He tries to make one more move, and a great job getting the stick in there by Holm, the junior defenseman.
Weston Maisie was the Mohawk who blocked that shot to get that offensive play developed. Snyder dumps it in. Mohawks circle back in their own end. Steele. That's Tom Rosa. Rosa pushing it down low. Coming out, potential wraparound. Now back to Sheftick at the right point. Sheftick through traffic, shot blocked. And this one's floated into the stratosphere off that block by Morgantown Chino Valenti. Bringing it right back. Shot on, save made as Wilson absorbs Wall's offering.
Jared Wall with a good shot. 20 saves. That's Burrell's MO right there. Shots on goal. 104 now, 124 in the playoffs. Wilson has stopped all 20 in this one.
We talked to Drew Burkett last time, Bobby says they average between 40 and 45 a game. So the Bucks make no bones about it.
Halfway to that average. We're not even halfway through this one.
Ben Wilson has been the busier of the two keepers, stopping all 20 shots he's faced. Cooper Price stopping 12 of 13.
That is 11, 12 now. 12 of the last 13 shots have all been from the Buccaneers.
And we have a slight delay here as officials go to talk to the Burrell bench. So we set it up. So both of these teams looking for their first PIHL championship.
Drew Burkett, by the way, first year was a former assistant for Burrell. He was on the team that lost to the Boulder Monarch team in Colorado in the 2019 National Finals, which is where Burrell is headed on Tuesday to the National Championship again.
I believe that Burkett was also on that 2019 that fell to Ringgold
That's
in
correct.
the Division II championship that year, and that was a team that had some skill and talent, but just couldn't quite get over the hump. DiBartolomeo drops it back to Cox. Cox with a shot, blocker to side, rebound pushed back and covered by Price.
Well, lost to Moon in 2018, Ringgold in 2019, and last year runners-up to Neshannock. So their fourth trip to the finals. This is the first trip to the finals for Morgantown in the reboot, right? Rob Rockus has been here for all of the reboot, so he's shared that with his seniors. And this is the step in that journey. Although they're not eligible for the Challenge Cup, they'll be playing for their own state championship in West Virginia. Win or lose, they'll be in that. Win or lose, Burrell gets an opportunity in the Challenge Cup. If they take it, they've got the decision to make with the national championship forthcoming.
Burrell heading out west on Tuesday for that, so think that either way, they probably would likely still play.
I think you can make it work, right? Here at Cathedral Prep's happy about it.
Yeah.
They're leaving on Monday.
Yeah, they're playing for the 2A.
They're like, we'll come out on
Cup.
Friday, we'll leave Monday, and that needs a big spring break for those Ramblers, right?
Up the right side, Burrell. Jake Rose pushing it towards the net. After it there for the Bucks is Mike Mrazek.
Don't know who yet the opposition would be from the eastern half of the state in the Challenge Cup.
Be the first year we've ever had
Hopefully, I know before 10 o'clock face-off on Saturday. It would help my preparation greatly.
Yeah, that's an early start. Breakfast with 10-band TV and the Trib Live High School Sports Network on Saturday, starting at 10 a.m. as we have a pile-up in the corner and a whistle. Mrazek and Cox exchange pleasantries afterwards.
21 shots now for the Bucks. 21 of 15, that total. Nico Kortsis, power play goal for Morgantown, the only tally in this one for the senior defenseman, his second of the playoffs.
And here we go in the Morgantown zone to our right.
And here we go with a 1-0 game.
Yeah,
we thought this would be the offensive of the two championships tonight.
We did lay our thoughts out prior to the 2A championship game and said these Burrell centers. Mink fires wide. Good work by Taliani to set it up, and Mink just misses.
I think Daphner got a piece of that.
Centered again. I think Wilson got a stick on that offering. The second one comes back to Mink, pushing it towards the net wide. Into the corner it goes. Taliani tries to center. Wilson had the paddle out to block it. Shot to the net. Wilson will hold that.
I like that.
From Julian Kemp.
That's textbook goaltending, right? You put the paddle parallel to the ice to take away any centering passes, and then rebound control. And the shot comes from Mink, who stays out there, no surprise. And it's absorbed, no rebound at all allowed by Ben Wilson, who's up to 22 saves now.
Face off in the right circle. It's won by Morgantown. Trying to clear it out. Knocked down by Taliani. She loved glove save, and Wilson made it look easy.
Well, Ben Wilson certainly is in the groove with 23 saves. Easy one, that made it. I'm going to say he made it look easy. Probably not as easy as it looked, but a clean snag by Wilson.
Wilson, the bigger keeper, over in the net to our right.
Bigger and busier so far in this one.
Right point try goes wide. Valenti slows it down. Cooper Price on the net to our left. Not as busy, the smaller keeper, and also the catching glove on the opposite hand. Kemp brings it back, has Burkett go to the net. Kemp drifts back to the point instead, now throws it towards the cage, and it goes wide. Owen Young.
Cooper Price also has experience. He was the goaltender last year in the runner-up season.
Kemp shot, save made, as Wilson uses his head on that one. Turnaround try to the net. Wilson, another stop, as this time he denies Luke Mink from in tight.
How about Julian Kemp? He made at least 8 moves. I'm exaggerating, it was probably more like 4, but he starts at the right point and ends up in the left circle. And a stop by Wilson.
Over here to the near corner. Comes back to the right point, Wilson. Down low. Comes back out to the right point. Shot on by Kortsis, looking for 2. And that goes wide. Hank Wilson. Out it comes, and back out with it now. Here comes Luke Mink. He's going to go coast to coast. Mink trying to get around Kortsis. Shot on, pad save made with the left leg there by Wilson. And then Kortsis just gives it to his keeper to cover and hold.
Kortsis, I'll take a 30. Let's regroup. 25 saves now with a short side pad save by Ben Wilson, just a sophomore. He's got 23 plus 25, so 48 saves in the playoffs so far for Ben Wilson.
Lincoln Cox was a perfect 12-0 in the regular season, Bob, and then got the start in the opener against Gateway, but it's been Ben Wilson the past 2, and he's...
I wonder if he's nicked up, right? We didn't get a confirmation on that.
Wilson's been good. Here comes Rosa back the other way. Don Rosa breaks the zone to the right circle. Rosa drifts back, looks it over, hit to the wall. On strong defense there by Morgantown's Cooper Cox. DiBartolomeo now back the other way. John DiBartolomeo leaves it for Cox. Cox turns, shot blocked. Snyder first, and up DiBartolomeo, then blocked the Cox shot. to the right point, to the net, save made on that try from Smith. And Price had to kick the right leg out. Now Burrell back the other way. Good feed. Rosa tries to drag, pocket picked as Cox gets back. Good drop pass there from Johnson.
He's tried one move too many.
Bucks bring it back. We got a whistle behind the play. And I think that Morgantown is going to go to the power play.
Burrell maybe. It's Landon Johnson.
So Johnson heads to the sin bin, and Morgantown gets their second crack.
He's the Riverview power play. He's the Riverview football player, the physical presence for the Burrell Buccaneers. By the way, so 189 plus 21 for Morgantown. 139 plus 12 for Burrell. Here we are, 9:35 on a turning clock in the second period. We've got just one goal in this game.
Shepard tries the one-timer block. Good job by Burrell's Braden Snyder, who's been strong on the blue line for the Bucks so far. Bob, our prognostication for these two games, way off.
This is why we can't pick the right lottery numbers as well.
It's also why we talk about it before we're on the air, so no one has proof. Cross-ice pass partially blocked in the front, and so Price dives out.
I threw us under the bus, sorry.
You're talking about Landon Johnson. Of course, this Burrell is a co-op. Burrell is a co-op of Burrell, Riverview, Penn Hills, Valley, and Highlands, while Morgantown is a co-op of both schools in the Morgantown vicinity, Morgantown High School, University High School, as well as Albert Gallatin from Fayette County in Pennsylvania. So that's where the Mohawk nickname comes from, the Morgantown Mohegans, the University High Hawks. They share a football stadium in Morgantown called Mohawk Stadium. The Mohawk Bowl between Morgantown University, always a big deal. Courts' shot, big deal. There's the save by Price. Rebound down low, Price covers because he knows I want to talk more about Morgantown University. But the Mohawk Bowl, Bob, in the 90s was always played at Mohawk Stadium in Morgantown until it got to be too big and was moved to Mountaineer Field. I know these things because I might have spent some time there.
You and Rob Raucus.
We didn't know we were running in the same circles. We were not running in the same circles, but we were spending our time at America's #1 party school at the time. Of course, I was there for the journalism.
I spent a day or three down there.
Well, you meant to spend a day. You just woke up 3 days later. It happened to the best of us. 1-0 Morgantown lead, 65 seconds left on the Mohawks Penny.com power play. Shepard, top of the left circle, shot block, follow-up try! Welcome to Splitsburg! Cooper Price stretching out and making the glove save.
What a huge save. So Aiden Shepard does a good job to come down the left side. There he is, and then cuts laterally. That's blocked, and he hammers the rebound. And that's why you do the stretches before the game. Price spreads out, makes his best stop to keep it 1-0. He's got 17 saves, does Cooper Price.
DiBartolomeo tries to dump it down the left side. Cox to the net, puts it in front, looking for Valenti. Net off the moorings. And we'll keep the puck in the face-off in the Burrell zone to our
They're
left.
saying it's a Morgantown knocking the net off. I think they're going to bring it out.
It's a break for the Bucks.
Indeed it is.
Even though it's Burrell who has 47 seconds of power play time to work with. Face-off won by the Mohawks. And Gino Valenti almost forgot that Burrell was on the Penny.com power play with all his puck possession for the Mohawks. Dyslexia just hit me there. Morgantown on the Penny.com power play. DiBartolomeo drifts, drags, circle, tries to step around a man. DiBartolomeo cleared out by Burrell's Dante Taliani. Taliani dumps it in. DiBartolomeo chips it ahead. And here comes Cooper Cox. 10 seconds left on the power play. Cox centers. Valenti! Denial! Seems it had to come. Cooper Price, another big save.
First one left post, this time right post.
That one off the post. It's DiBartolomeo, but now Johnson out of the box. Lead pass by the defense. Johnson He hits the post. Ding dong, back and forth.
Ding dong, yo, ding dong at both ends. Second time tonight we've seen a breakaway with a player coming out of the penalty box. Johnson took his time, looked it over, beats Wilson, finds the post.
So a post rings each way, and we remain 1-0 with 7:10 left here in this second period. Hollander tries to get around Kemp. Kemp going to take it back the other way. Here comes Julian Kemp. Nice drop pass, has Mrazek. Mrazek tries to shoot. Valenti blocks it. Kemp finds it. Kemp down low. Kemp working over to the far side. Kemp sets up. Drags Kemp. Looks it over. Kemp, a one-man show right now. Spins it towards the net. Hank Wilson blocks it. And Hollander trying to find an exit as he's being harassed by Forrest Baird.
It's a good reverse by Hollander. He's able to get off the ice and change. It was good forechecking by Baird.
And icing the call against Morgantown.
25-19, 25 saves for Wilson. 18 for Cooper Price, not including the posts at either end.
So as we were saying, Bob, we are tasked with covering the D2 and 2A championships. We had Erie Cathedral Prep and Fox Chapel, so that'll probably be a close but low-scoring game. They combined for 5 goals in the first period. We said this one here will be a close but shootout style, fire wagon hockey game, if you will. It's 1-0 with 6:30 left in the second period. From the circle block, Rose turns it back, can't get it through, so the first shot was put on by Mrazek, and then the second try doesn't go through. Petrucci brings it back. He's triple team.
I think it was Kortsis who blocked both of those attempts.
You are correct. And back come the Bucks again. Jake Rose. Stripped to the puck as Morgantown's James Robbins takes it away. 4-man scrum in front of the Burrell bench. And the Bucks try to bring it back into the Morgantown zone. Up the left side with it. Here comes Baird. Stick flying out of the hands of Robbins. Baird trying to stick handle through the entire Morgantown team, but they stack up against the near wall. Mrazek got dumped by Kortsis, much to the dismay of the Burrell faithful. No penalty.
I think he was trying to draw a penalty there. You've got to be careful when you're embellishing. There was contact, but I don't think enough to warrant a penalty.
Bouncing puck, stick to side by Wilson, now wrapped around here to the right wall. Into the corner, body check finished there by Morgantown's James Robbins. 4-man scrum ensues. And Morgantown can't clear. Kemp and Petrucci continue to jostle. Petrucci comes away with it. Petrucci tries to bring it back, stood up on a good play by Dante Taliani. Burrell will bring it back the other way. It's Julian Kemp. Across center right, he'll chip it ahead to Mink. Mink to the top of the right circle, shoots, fires wide. All the way around to the left point it goes. Adam Sheftick there for Burrell, keeps. Puts it in front looking for Burker, tries to find Mink in tight. Cut off by Kortsis and the Morgantown defense. Massey can't get it out. Gets a second crack and Massey chips it ahead. Here comes Shepard up the right side, has Massey to the net. Save, Price, rebound, Price gets the glove down and covers. The price is right for Burrell.
So really good late 2-on-1 with Weston Massey coming really late. He gets a great feed, and that's a great job to push left to right by Cooper Price to deny, and then the track and find the rebound. Price now with 19 saves. Really good find from the right corner, but a better save by Price.
Keeps the score 1-0. Burrell wins the draw, and here come the Bucks trying to bring it back the other way. That's Jared Wall. He's cut off at the blue line as it's dumped back in to the Morgantown end. To the Burrell end by Morgantown. Wall trying to spin away as he'll send it up the left side. And it's chipped back by the Mohawks. Kemp working both ends, cuts off Valenti. Valenti centers, and firing wide there in the slot was Weston Massey.
Couldn't get everything on that.
Wall back
Shepard
the
out
other
there
way.
too. They just didn't get enough wood on it. You mentioned it, Kemp. He's everywhere.
Sure is.
He's going for a rest.
I think he's leading in ice time amongst everybody as well.
That's a rare sighting. Julian Kemp on the bench.
He's been out there a lot through these first two periods. Back the other way, Sheftick. Through center end, Hollander brings it back. Nice draw pass. Valenti to Cox. Tries to bring it back. Cox in tight. Shot blocked.
How about Aaron Holm laying out to deny the 3-on-2 down low, and that's not a good penalty for Sheftick.
Now Valenti got it back to the net. The save was made by Price, and then Sheftick ends up high sticking Cox in front. Sheftick to the box, easy for me to say. And Morgantown will go back to the penny.com power play.
In your defense, there's a bench in the box. And Morgantown again, their last power play, they did good, but Price made some good saves. This is their third chance with a man advantage. You don't want to give this power play unit extra opportunities, how good they've been in the regular season and in the playoffs.
DiBartolomeo, who has a pair of 5-point games through the playoffs, works his way back and has it stolen. Maybe a short-handed chance back for the Bucks. Burkett, wrister, stick save made, and Wilson will cover the rebound.
That's a really good play. Not on the shot by Burkett, but Taliani. So he gets the steal, and he's inside the zone, right? So he saucers a pass out of the zone in stride to Burkett, and he gets onside, which allows Burkett to get the short-handed shot. Of course, Wilson stopped it. He's got 26 saves in this one.
Here comes Morgantown back with it. DiBartolomeo brings it across center ed. DiBartolomeo spins. Setting it up, DiBartolomeo. Down the left side is Shepard. Shepard back to the left point. DiBartolomeo to Cortzis. Cortzis to Shepard in the left circle. Shepard to the right circle. One-timer score! Jacob Hollander. Red light activated. Penny.com power play goal. 2-0 Mohawks.
Mentioned you didn't want to give the Mohawks that many opportunities for the man advantage. Number 13 right there has now got a goal in every playoff game. He had number 4 in goals during the regular season and just a one-timer. Offside, so he's on his offside in the right circle. Hollander's power play goal, that's the second goal on the man advantage for Morgantown and a 2-0 lead.
So 2 Penny.com power play goals for the Mohawks. Kemp trying to bring the Bucks back. They're now down in a 2-goal hole. Morgantown taking advantage of the special teams. Petrucci drags it back. He's hit hard. Not a good body check back there by Forrest Parrott. Cortzis down the left side. Centers looking for Cox, who gets taken down again by Burrell's Adam Sheftick. And now a lead feed back the other way. Jake Rose. And I think that Valenti got back enough for the piece of it.
Defenseman fell down. That gave a chance to get the pass out to Rose. All the credit to Valenti for getting back.
Kemp's shot blocked by Cortzis, who got an assist along with Shepard on that power play goal. And now Cox back the other way. Cox looks it over, shooting, save made by Price.
Goal and assist for Cortzis.
Mrazek, 3-on-2 back the other way. Mrazek drags, turns, shoots, save Wilson. No rebound with Baird looking for it.
Nice job to stick save that, had the rebound jump right up into his pads and his glove. That's a clean 3-on-2, really a lot of time. And I don't think Burrell got the best shot out of that opportunity.
So Morgantown, 2 goals, 2 power play goals. 1 in each period. Left point try. Flag down out of the atmosphere by Ben Wilson with the left glove. Mentioned it last game, Bob. I like the gear pattern of Ben Wilson. He has the WVU colors on the pads, blocker, and glove. Then the stars and stripes on the mask. Something for everybody. DiBartolomeo falls down. He likes it so much. He was mesmerized by the color scheme.
Choppy ice, right? That's another guy who falls down. It's Sandolfini who loses an edge.
Or that could have been me and Rob Rockus on High Street back in 1996.
He's not a WV graduate. He also works for the university, does Rob Rockus.
Here comes Mink around everybody. Mink to the net. And a big save, Ben Wilson.
So a great rush by Luke Mink. He nutmegs the defenseman, puts the puck between his legs after gloving it down. I don't think he got elevation on this backhand. Give Wilson credit anyway. Good tracking from left to right to make the save. And he's got 29 saves now, and it keeps Burrell off the board late in the second period.
Puck played back into the Burrell zone. Adam Sheftick, as we're down to our final 40 seconds here of this second period. Morgantown 1 goal per period, both coming on the penny.com power play. Sheftick chasing it back behind the Burrell net. Sheftick leaves the puck there for Julian Kemp. Then it's stolen. Morgantown centers, trying to find Valenti.
Left the puck there, and it ended up on the dangerous Cooper Cox, his stick.
Court's just going to redirect it back into the Burrell zone. Sheftick looks it over, sends it out. Puck played ahead. Burkett chips it. He'll chase it. Final 10 seconds of the period. Smith, the first man there, though, for the Mohawks. He's going to turn it back the other way, rip it around, and into the neutral zone. The horn will sound to end period number 2. 2 chapters written here in Cranberry. At least one more still to be told in this D2 championship. Your score after 2, it's Morgantown 2, Burrell nothing. We'll take a break and be right back with period number 3. You are watching the 2025 PIHL High School Hockey Playoffs on TenbandTV and the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh. It's a great day for PIHL hockey.
Thank you for calling Penny, PA's health insurance marketplace. How can I help you?
I need help paying my health insurance premiums.
You came to the right place. Penny gets you the lowest costs on high-quality plans.
Enroll now at penny.com, paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
Do you have a favorite leather couch or chair that's damaged? Has your car, boat, or RV's interior seen better days? Maybe your business's furniture or your private aircraft's interior could use a little love. You're probably thinking replacement is going to be expensive. And what happens to the damaged piece after you throw it out? Does it just end up in a landfill? It doesn't have to. FiberNew specializes in the restoration of leather, plastic, and vinyl. To get an estimate, connect with us today.
Finds a man in the slot. Backhand try there, blocked. And back the other way comes Burrell. Lead feed. Here comes Dante Taliani. Taliani, the man goes to the net. Off the post. Mink. Taliani put it on the tape, and as you said, Mink did everything but finish. Lead feed up the right side. Chance back for the Bucks. Pass. Save made. It's there by Hank Wilson. Morgantown gets a look in tight. Price makes the save as Don Petrucci looks to put it home.
Petrucci's there, but the key is that Sheftick healed that.
Centered, save made, follow-up try, another stop by Price. The first save was on Shepard, and the second was on Weston Mays. There was Luke Mink. It's going to be the Mohawks back the other way. Hollander drops to Valenti, wrist shot fired wide. Rebound, score! Nico Kurtzis puts the mesh in motion, and the Mohawks get a penny.com power play goal. School to win a PIHL opener D2 championship since John Marshall did it in 2011. Burrell gets a couple of looks there, but puck chipped back. Opportunity here for Mrazek. Mrazek taken down, penalty coming up. And the Mohawks headed to the sin bin, and Mink looks it over. Mink controls, Mink drifts. Mink shoots, deflected, save, rebound, save. As in front of the net was Forrest Baird, and it kept in. Bucks with relentless pursuit here. Good job by Snyder. Top of the left circle, shot on in front. Chance in tight, save Wilson, rebound kept out.
The only goal, big save there.
Sheftick threw it to the net, Wilson the save, puck still loose, battling for it, still loose. And the Mohawks get it out. Moving into the stratosphere off that block by Morgantown, Chino Valenti. Bringing it right back. Shot on, save made. As Wilson deal. Courts his shot. Big deal. There's the save by Price. Rebound down low. Price covers because he knows I want to talk more about Morgantown University. The Mohawks, penny.com power play. Shepard, top of the left circle. Shot block. Follow-up try. Welcome to Splitsburg. Cooper Price stretching out. Power play. Cox. Centers. Valenti. Denial. Seems it had to come. Cooper Price, another big save.
This time right post.
That one off the post. It's Lemieux, but now Johnson out of the box. Lead pass by the defense. Johnson. He hits the post. Ding dong, back and forth.
Ding dong, yo, ding dong at both ends.
Shepard back to the left point. Lemieux to Cortzes. Cortzes to Shepard in the left circle. Shepard to the right circle. One-timer score! Jacob Hollander. Red light activated. Penny.com power play goal. 2-0 Mohawks. Taken down again by Burrell's Adam Sheftick. And now a lead feed back the other way. Jake Rose. And I think that Valenti got back enough to get a piece of it. Mrazek 3-on-2 back the other way. Mrazek drags, turns, shoots, save Wilson. No rebound with Baird looking for it.
Nice job. He's not a WV graduate. He also works for the university, does Rob Rockus.
Here comes Mink. Around everybody. Mink to the net. And a big save. Ben Wilson.
It's a PIHL hockey night in Pittsburgh. It's a great day for PIHL hockey.
Thank you for calling Penny, PA's health insurance marketplace. How can I help you?
I need help paying my health insurance premiums.
You came to the right place. Penny gets you the lowest costs on high-quality plans.
Enroll now at penny.com, paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
Do you have a favorite leather couch or chair that's damaged? Has your car, boat, or RV's interior seen better days? Maybe your business's furniture or your private aircraft's interior could use a little love. You're probably thinking replacement is going to be expensive. And what happens to the damaged piece after you throw it out? Does it just end up in a landfill? It doesn't have to. FiberNew specializes in the restoration of leather, plastic, and vinyl. To get an estimate, connect with us today.
And it comes back to Lucas Blows. Hey, rookie, welcome to the show. The Penguins Cup Championship show. The Penguins Cup playoff show. And the Thomas Jefferson Jaguars putting on a show. Tell the boys and girls I just don't care.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices. Located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart, Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
Get ready, Pittsburgh. Experience a night out on the town and the thrill of live music. Trusky Entertainment brings you the hottest concerts and unforgettable events right here in the Steel City. Visit TruskyEntertainment.com to grab your tickets today and don't miss out on the best live music in Pittsburgh.
Look at him, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, climbing his way through the corporate rat race. We've all been there, focused on that next raise, promotion, chocolate bar. Keeping an eye on your health can be exhausting. Weight Loss Direct is a personalized wellness and weight loss program. Utilize an AI algorithm to determine your specific foods and match you with a real-life coach and an easy-to-follow meal plan so you could stay on track to success and health. Check out weightlossdirect.com to learn more.
Discover the heart of Pittsburgh at Mount Washington Shop and Save. At Mount Washington Shop and Save, we're more than just a grocery store. We're your neighborhood destination. From the freshest local produce to gourmet delights, we've got it all under one roof. Experience convenience, quality, and savings, all in the heart of Mount Washington. Mount Washington Shop and Save, where Pittsburgh shops with a view. Shop smart, shop local, shop Mount Washington Shop and Save.
Thank you for calling Penny, PA's official health insurance marketplace. How can I help?
Would preventative care and screenings be an option?
You came to the right place. Penny gets you the lowest cost on high-quality plans.
Enroll now at penny.com, paid for with Pennsylvania taxpayer dollars.
What a wonderful day!
Welcome to Temple Strength and Sport Performance, where we empower you to reach new heights in strength, speed, and athletic performance. Temple is here to support you every step of the way. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned athlete, join him in Jefferson Hills, Pennsylvania, and discover the difference. For more information, call 412-527-1755. Start your journey with us today.
2 jumbo iced caramel drizzle peppermint mochaccino, extra caramel.
That's us. I'd love to join you guys at the beach house for a few days, but between my job and the kids, it's just not that easy. Not to mention, how am I squeezing into a bikini after this winter?
Keeping off extra pounds while balancing a family and a career can be tough. And 500-calorie coffees won't get you there either. Weight Loss Direct provides a 24/7 support and one-on-one coaching to keep you on track and guarantee you success and health. Start your journey at weightlossdirect.com.
It's a PIHL hockey night in Pittsburgh. It's a great day for PIHL hockey.
Back here at the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex in Cranberry. Getting ready to start the third period of the Division II Championship. Number 1 Morgantown, number 2 Burrell. The Mohawks through the Bucks 2-0 after 2. Alongside Bob Orquist, Matt Vandriak, center ice with you here on TenbandTV and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Bob, we were expecting fire wagon hockey. Kind of got a spark. But regardless, Morgantown 2 Penny.com power play goals are only 2 goals. And with that, it is time for our Fiber New scoring recap.
One in each period. Gino Valenti with a hard wrister that misses, but Nico Kortsis on the backside. Rebound off the boards. Power play goal in the first period at 9:40. Valenti the only assist. 1-0 lead for the Mohawks. They failed on their second power play attempt, but on their third one, they converted. And again, it's a team that is very, very good on the power play. And here it is as they work it down to the near side. Shepard, great pass across, one-timer for Jacob Hollander. Shepard and Kortsis with assists, so goal and assist for Nico Kortsis. Hollander, a power play goal. He has now scored a goal in all 3 playoff games. There's your 2 goals right there. Shots on goal, 15 and 14 for Burrell through 2, so a total of 29. 29 saves for Ben Wilson. Morgantown 12 and 10 for a total of 22. 21 saves for Cooper Price. And Burrell is 0 for 2 on their power play opportunities. But they can score, so don't. And I want to bring it up again. If you're a Morgantown fan, you might want to not listen for the next 12 seconds. 3 times Burrell trailed by 2 in the regular season against Morgantown.
So the Mohawks, Bob, to confirm, if they hold on and win, they will win the Division II championship, but they will not be eligible to participate in the first ever Pennsylvania Challenge Cup. We have a little bit of news on that.
We do. So Burrell was unsure, win or lose. Win, obviously, they'd be in. Lose, they'd be the representative from PA, being the number 2 seed. They leave on Tuesday for the national championship. The decision is that Burrell will play on Saturday. So we don't know the opponent yet from the East, but Burrell, they'd like to come back and win this one, right? And get a trophy hoist tonight and another one on Saturday, but they will play on Saturday. So breakfast with Burrell on Saturday and TenbandTV.
Breakfast with Burrell and Bob.
Yes.
3 Bs.
I'm telling Burrell to bring the bacon in. They bring the bagels.
And the bacon.
And the bacon.
And the bran.
And yep.
And the biscuits.
All of it.
All right.
They want to put the biscuit in the basket, right?
They need to do it twice.
They need to do that tonight.
In the basket. Otherwise, it's going to be breakfast with, well, it's going to be breakfast with Burrell, just probably a saltier meal.
Correct.
Well, folks in Morgantown probably don't want to hear this either. WVU basketball coach Terry DeVries is moving on. Going to be the next coach at Indiana. So one and done in Morgantown.
That was a rumor out there, right?
Yeah, well,
and a snub of the Mountaineers in the NCAA tournament.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
a move to the Big Ten for Coach DeVries.
Here we go, period number 3, fresh sheet. And Morgantown back with it. Shepherd crosses the blue line and puts it on.
He saw that Seattle Kraken video, right?
He did.
4 seconds off the face-off, they get a shot on goal.
And he got the shot. Good job by Cooper Price to close the door. It's our final of 4 championships. Shepherd throws it towards the net, ends up tied up with Mrazek. Both players end up down. Somebody lost a stick. It was Mrazek who finds it.
Yeah, Seneca Valley, Cathedral Prep, Avonworth are your 3 Penguin Cup champions so far. Again, the winner of this one will play in the D2 Challenge. It's not a team out east winning, so there's not an opposite game. We don't know who the opponent yet will be. But Morgantown will have a chance to go back home and compete for the West Virginia State Championship. My understanding of that is correct.
I believe so, because that's also where Wheeling Park and Wheeling Central will be playing. And
Lindsley is another school involved down there.
Yeah, I think that Wheeling Park, if they were eligible, would have made the PIHL playoffs this year. Valenti brings it back down the right side. Pad save made by Price, and that fresh ice got some guys falling for it. Yeah, Lindsley was for a while an open D2 competitor in PIHL. Kemp puts it on, and Wilson.
Wheeling Catholic was also playing this year. Not sure if they'll be involved in that.
Yeah, Wheeling Catholic was in A along with Wheeling Park. Wheeling Park would have been a playoff qualifier. Wheeling Central Catholic did not have the points to be considered, even though they wouldn't have been, but they were in the race, if you will. Of course, Bob, the last West Virginia school to win a PIHL championship was John Marshall.
I think we were together for that.
At the Ross Traver Ice Garden, they beat Fort City in 2011.
Fort City now part of Armstrong. Pretty good program still remains.
Yeah. And before John Marshall, as Cox brings it back, that shot's blocked down by Holm. 1998, it was Wheeling Central Catholic that won an open championship. So those are the 2 West Virginia schools to win PIHL championships. Of course, 2011, if you remember, the playoff format used to be a Nailers Cup and a Chiefs Cup.
Correct.
And those winners would play for the Open Cup, which was the game that we had. The Nailers Cup champion, John Marshall, the Chiefs Cup champion, Fort City Sabres, and the Ross Traver Ice Garden before the roof collapsed.
It's now rebuilt, still cold.
Yeah, they did a lot of work, but heat was not one of them. I was there in July and it was snowing.
Yeah, that was one thing I think they missed in the Hockeyville rebuild.
Here comes Mink coast to coast, and he fires wide. That's actually the opposite way. It was extremely hot in the rig in the summer. It's the opposite. Polar cold.
The rig.
Yeah.
It just took me back a little bit. Thank you.
That's what I'm here for. Polar cold.
Whoa.
Oh, giveaway. Almost taking one back. DeBartolomeo does get it. DeBartolomeo in the slot puts the mesh in motion. And Morgantown has a 3-0 lead. Not the guy you want to leave the puck on his stick, and DeBartolomeo takes advantage of it.
So misplay, right? A giveaway. Cooper Price misplays it. He makes the save, but the rebound comes out into the high slot, as you'll see. So here's the misplay right here. He keeps it out, but DiBartolomeo makes one move, glides, fires, and scores. He's got a goal now in each of the 3 playoff games for the Mohawks. And they've got a 3-0 lead.
That was a big goal. DiBartolomeo.
Good teams take advantage of those mistakes. And that's one that Cooper Price would like to have back, and that's right, not the guy.
Wraparound
Oh,
score!
yes!
Burrell gets it right back. Julian Kemp and the Bucks on the board. Cut the deficit to 3-1.
If there's a guy who deserves it, it's Julian Kemp. That's a huge goal. With about 20 seconds after the DiBartolomeo goal. Gets it back to a 2-goal game. Julian Kemp had 2 assists in each of the first 2 playoff games. Now he gets the wraparound. And Ben Wilson lost sight of the puck. He was looking to his left. Kemp comes out on the right and tucks it in.
Get the announcements now. DiBartolomeo gets it from Morgantown. We knew that.
Cooper Cox gets the assist.
Thank you. Maisie with the steal to the net. Pat save. As Valenti was down there looking for it.
Yeah, Price got to that before Valenti. If Valenti gets that, he probably tips it in.
Kemp trying to skate through a man. Kortza stood him up. Kemp keeps going. Kortza ends up down. Kemp on top of him. Puck underneath of the both of them.
It's 12 seconds after the DiBartolomeo goal. Unassisted for Julian Kemp.
So Kemp, who's been the ice time leader, gets on the board. Centering feed, Shepard to the circle. One-timer, blocker save made as Kortza was looking for 2. And Burrell gonna ice the puck.
It's one thing to even go down 3-0, right? So maybe Morgantown takes a breath. Hey, we can relax. This is a fantastic offensive team in the Burrell Bucks. And Kemp, we talked about his ice time. He gets a big goal right there. Resets everything. Still plenty of time, 13 and a half left. 13:32 to be exact.
Face off in the right circle. Burrell gets the win, so yeah, a defensive breakdown by the Bucks led to the DiBartolomeo goal. Like you said, maybe just exhaling were the Mohawks after they got the 3-0 lead, and Kemp pushed the pace, puts it home. Here comes an opportunity for Mrazek all the way around to the right point. One-time shot, redirect, saving tight by Wilson. Tries to center. Rose missed everybody. And now back the other way, it's going to be Cooper Cox. Good feed. Score! Jacob Hollander! And Morgantown gets the 3-goal lead right back. Cox, Hollander, boom, baby.
So a good rush after Rose gets a deflection. His pass finds no one. The counterattack comes, and here it is. Cooper Cox comes down the right wing, cuts to the inside, goes to the left side. Hollander gets a step on the defenseman. He's got back-to-back tallies for Morgantown. 2 in the game, 4 in the playoffs, another 3-goal lead. And for Jacob Hollander, the senior, 70 points during the regular season. That was tops in D2. And he gets his second point tonight. He had 3 points, 4 points, and now 2 points.
And he almost tucks it in. Wilson had to make a big save as Kemp brings it back.
Seen that before from Kemp.
It almost happened again. Fed down low, deflects just wide. Taliani looking for Mink in front. So Burrell gives up a goal and then comes to life.
They come back 3-on-3.
Burkett drops it, stolen away. Cox sends it ahead. Kemp offsides.
Cox gets the only assist, so another helper for Cox. Hollander has 2 tonight, as we mentioned. This is more, well, it took us to the third period, right, to get maybe kick-started offensively. We thought this would be up and down earlier. And the fire wagon hockey is finally,
shown up.
It has hit us.
It has shown up. Shepard sidesteps an attempted hit there. Sends it back to Cortes at the left point. Cortes going to drop it down to the far side. It's pushed around here by Shepard. Over to the near side, slowed down by Valenti. Valenti hits the iron. Macy throws it back towards the net. And Burrell playing with fire right now. Here comes Jared Wall. Trying to get around Robbins, lost his stick, and Robbins able to take the puck away. Robbins stolen back. Wall to the right circle, shot blocked. Good recovery there by Morgantown's James Robbins. Right circle try, blocked again. It's Robbins getting the skate on it. And Morgantown going to dump it back to neutral ice. Back the other way for the Bucks comes Aaron Holm. He'll dump it in. Back behind the Morgantown net, James Robbins. And the Mohawks. They led 2-0 after one. Pushed to 3-0. Burrell quickly answered to make it 3-1, and then the Mohawks get another. It's 4-1. That's where we're at now.
Got 2 power play goals in each of the first 2 periods, and then 2 even strengths, both by Jacob Hollander here in period number 3. Sandwiched in between the Luke Mink goal for Burrell.
Julian Kemp goal.
Julian Kemp, excuse me.
Mink almost got the one after the 4th Morgantown goal.
Looked at the wrong slot of my roster.
They're one on top of the other. They both have 4 letters in the last name.
11 and 15 numerically.
Yeah.
Although one of them has the ton of ice time, and that's number 11 right down in front of us.
Kemp has played a ton. This Burrell side. Both of these schools going for their first PIHL championship. Bartolomeo dumps it in. We see Mike Elias out here for the first time tonight. 4 checking after that one. Elias swings it back to the right. Point at him, Sheftik to Elias. Finds Mrazek. Mrazek in front. And Elias can't redirect it home. Around it comes to Hollander. Elias gives chase. Stolen back. That's Baird. Pushing down low. Comes over here to the near side. Mrazek. Back to Kemp. Kemp gives it away. And here comes Cooper Cox back the other way. Kemp able to regroup.
That's fantastic. Not only does he knock Cox off the puck, he just takes the puck. Good recovery by Julian Kemp.
Kemp just stays out there like the Energizer Bunny. He just keeps going and going and going.
I can't remember what it was like to be 17 and 18 and have that much energy.
The good old days. Heller stood up. Good defensive play there by Taliani to get back as Cooper Helen had a good look. Long shot. Price absorbs. Helen backhands it over the net. So Price had trouble with that rebound, and Helen almost made him pay for it.
The Helen was down low, and he was on the backhand. Just kind of pitchforked it over top the net.
Mrazek's shot off the cuff of the glove of Ben Wilson. And the Mohawks ice the puck. Face off back into the home zone to our left.
34 shots for Burrell, Matt. So 33 saves for Ben Wilson. 29 shots for the Mohawks. Price has made 25 stops. Well, we got a discussion? No. Timeout, Burrell.
So the Bucks want to just slow it down and get a chance to talk it over. Head coach Drew Perkett trying to talk to his boys here to get this dragged in.
Bryce Scholler also part of that national championship runner-up, and Chance Watkins, whose assistant, was playing as recently as 2 years ago for the Buccaneers.
Talking about feeling old, seeing these guys that we remember calling, not seemed like it wasn't that long ago now, coaching.
Ryan Lobig was one of those, right?
Nolan Pahala in the previous game, guys we call it, but we'll let you know that TenbandTV, free to consumer broadcast coverage of the PIHL because it's 100% funded through the generosity of our amazing local business and organizations, sponsors, and advertisers, including our latest 2025 Penguins Cup broadcast sponsor, Trusky Entertainment. We want to thank all of our sponsorship partners, business partners for supporting high school hockey here in Western PA. It's also not too late for you to get in the game. Drop us a line at sales@tenbandmedia.com to learn how you can advertise your business or organization for the Pennsylvania Cup Championships, all 4 games on Saturday, TenbandTV.
Easy to find, too. You got a Fire Stick, Roku like me, right there on the main menu. Just like watching it at home, except I'm here, live and in person. Yeah, we'll see Saturday for all 4 championships. Oh, good save off the faceoff. Turning shot by Luke Mink. I got it right that time. Absorbed by Ben Wilson.
Face-off one, point-to-point try. Shot towards the net, deflects wide. Follow-up, and the backhander there by Kemp looking for number 2. He can't put it home. Here comes Shepard, gets around a man. And we see Aiden Shepard back behind the Burrell net. Braden Snyder sends it ahead, trying that lead feed from Mink too far. Ices the puck to Burrell. And Morgantown will bring the draw back in the zone to our right.
Let's appreciate this information. West Virginia State Championships for last month, Wheeling Park defeated Morgantown 7-4. Wheeling Park is going to the Nationals.
Okay.
As the West Virginia representative. Is the Tier 1 team. Morgantown is the Tier 2 team. We've got Cathedral Prep from the PIHL and Burrell. Thank you to Ty Polk and Matt Popchak, our colleagues.
All right. Question answered.
We were searching for that information before the game. We probably should have had the state championship info. Well, thank you, guys.
Yeah, we appreciate it. I didn't know. I didn't realize the West Virginia State Championship was decided before the PIHL season ended, but the PIHL season also extends for about 42 months.
Started in September this year. There was a game on September the 30th.
Well, Billy Joe Armstrong said, wake me up when September ends. The PIHL started playing hockey before September ends.
Yes, they did.
Wake me up when March Madness hits, because that'll be when the season ends.
This is the PIHL March Madness. And then the Pennsylvania Cup on Saturday.
Lead feed, Cooper Cox. Works to the net, Cox. Can't get it in as he was defended there by Burrell's Aaron Holm. Odd play there. It looks like Cox wanted to try to make one more move, and then Holm took it away from him. Kemp with a rip, he fires wide.
It's almost as both two thought there might have been a whistle and a penalty. They sort of stopped.
Front. Good look, yeah. I think that's what the defender, or not the defender, I think that's what Cox expected, was to be rewarded with a penalty for his effort. That was not the case.
So the Patriots, the West Virginia hockey champions.
Wheeling Park, as we said, would have been would have had enough points to make the PIHL playoffs if they were eligible for the.
So the 20-game winning streak for Morgantown, which could be 21, it only counts in the PIHL.
In the PIHL. Helen Dumpson, and a lot of these teams, Bob, play various tournaments and other games through the season because it is so long. Redirect score! Justin Daffner in front with the redirection, and Morgantown leads 5-1.
3 of the 4 goals for the Mohawks in this period. 2 by Hollander, that time a pass, really a shot pass. And Daffner, the sophomore, gets his first goal in the playoffs with a nice high tip. He's at the bottom of the circle, so the high hash deflects it in past Cooper Price. And that sends the Burrell student section towards the exits behind us.
So Morgantown leads 5-1. Big shot taken there by Landon Johnson. And the glove save made by Ben Wilson.
37 saves, so Burrell is on pace for the 40 shots. It's just Ben Wilson has been really good tonight.
Wilson shared the net through the regular season with Lincoln Cox. Cox was 12-0. Wilson was 7-1 during the regular season, but Wilson's played 2 of the 3 playoff games, and now a lead pass behind the defense, just a little too far for Gino Valenti.
So Valenti just could never quite corral that. He wanted to try to get it to the forehand, Just never do. It was Petrucci's shot that was deflected in.
That was the case there, Bob. Was Shepard going to bring it back? I finished my thought after it. Petrucci's just thrown it to the net. And
right.
It was just redirected home by Justin Daffner.
That's where goal scorer should be.
Baird, fancy move, in tight pad save. And back the other way now comes Morgantown. 6 minutes left, 5-1 Mohawks. Cox to the left circle. Cox has a man in front. It's Hollander who's looking for the HT. Can't connect on the pass. Good defensive work by Burrell and Aaron Holm. Now the Bucks send it back to the Mohawk zone.
So the Mohawks might not have lifted the West Virginia championship trophy, but they're 5:35 away from lifting a Penguins Cup.
DiBartolomeo can't split the defense. Holm again with the good play. Taliani takes the stick away from DiBartolomeo as he thinks he took it from him. Kemp going to bring it back the other way. Kemp can't get around Cox, who's working his own zone. Hollander stolen by Taliani. Kemp battling with Hollander. And the officials just say play on.
Kemp was hunting DiBartolomeo there as well. A little frustration for the Bucks.
Well, the Bucks will get to play one more. They will be the first ever Western PA representative in the Challenge Cup. As Mrazek is tied up behind the Morgantown net with Kortsis. Robbins sends it out. Petrucci looks it over. Nice pass, firing wide. Looking for number 2 there was Daffner. Back around with it come the Mohawks. Cox sends it to the far corner. Robbins pinches in. Robbins looking for Petrucci. Good read, taken away by Mrazek. Mrazek's had a great season, a great postseason as well. He's going to bring it back the other way.
Great career with 117 career points. By the way, his dad played football at W&J, and that's why Mike chooses to wear number 89 in honor of his dad.
Back the other way, it's going to be Wall. Tries to drag, tries to set. Wall taking it all the way back into the other way. To the right side, shot on, easy save made by Wilson. And then Kemp skates near the keeper, and Wilson flexes on him, literally.
That happens when you're leading 5-1. And again, that's just Kemp showing a little bit of frustration. Maybe took a piece of Ben Wilson, who has made 39 saves. 39 of the 40 shots from Burrell he has stopped tonight.
Burrell trying to stake one here. As dumping it in is Morgantown, trying to get some confirmation there, Bob, on who the Open Division championship opponent might be. Ty Polk says Pope John Paul Patriots. He hasn't got complete confirmation yet, but that might be the team out of the East.
Okay. So my wish has been granted, right?
Pope John Paul.
Well, not that.
The Patriots?
No, I wanted to know before 10 o'clock on Saturday.
Well, it's
prep-wise, so maybe I'm on the path. Thank you, Ty.
We believe it's not confirmed yet, but
it will be before the weekend, obviously.
Yes.
But thanks for the heads up.
Back the other way comes Morgantown.
Also gives us a chance to share that information with the Bucks fans.
Yeah. So the Bucks, Kemp was lined up, and that was a chance for Valenti. Really could have finished that check off and chose not to. Because Kemp would have never saw him coming. Back the other way, Burrell. Forrest Baird trying to get around Cox. Baird gets tangled up with Cortzis, and Morgantown with a rush back the other way. Hollander drags, drifts, centers, blocked. Good defense there by the Bucks, Dante Taliani.
Yeah, nice job to clear the slot. Hollander looking for the HT.
Cox gets tripped up in the corner. Morgantown player loses his edge. Kemp back the other way, coast to coast. Save made, rebound. And I see a Cranberry Township police officer loosening his handcuffs because Wilson just committed robbery. Now we mix it up afterwards because Morgantown's had enough of Kemp. And Cortzis ends up taking somebody else down instead.
Cortzis loses his helmet. DiBartolomeo is involved. He's been escorted away. You can see the frustration building for Julian Kemp. And he gets frustrated there because Wilson denies him as the defender falls down. It came a 2-on-0.
So Cortzis gonna head to the box along with Cox, all smiles. And for Burrell, it's gonna be...
Force Baird goes in.
Baird was the guy who got the worst end of that. He was trying to come in to even up the odds after the Mohawks had enough of Kemp, and Baird ended up taking a pummeling. Looks like DiBartolomeo might be heading to the sin bin as well. So the bench is coming out of this side of the rink. And somebody may be getting the hot water early.
Oh, you're Burrow, you don't want any gamers, right?
You don't, because you want to be able to play, yeah.
We're going to get some unsportsmanlikes, I saw. Yeah. And I know there's all the yapping going on after the physicality.
DiBartolomeo's all smiles, and rightfully so. Morgantown has looked good here today, as we have a minute and 29 seconds left here in regulation.
Mason Simmons, the senior. Gino Valente, the senior. They had a cordial conversation going on.
Of course.
At center ice, as opposed to the pleasantries we just saw. So the one penalty that goes up is maybe DiBartolomeo with the yapping gets the extra 2.
Yeah.
He might have got the late penalty because he was stirring it up in front of the penalty box.
Looks like we might have one more. Maybe Mrazek's going over to talk to the bench.
Morgantown penalty number 4, John DiBartolomeo. 2-minute minor cross check. Morgantown penalties to number...
So he gets a cross check.
And number 15, Cooper Fox. Burrell penalty to number 88, Forrest Baird, and number 11, Julian Kemp. 2 minutes each.
Well, now Mrazek's going to get a late penalty, it looks like. Is that Mrazek or is it Ryan Burkett? It's Ryan Burkett.
Yeah, there was a lot of roughs.
Burkett gets maybe an unsportsmanlike late, so it's actually taken off. It's actually now a Burrell shorthanded situation.
Morgantown will get one more penny.com power play to round this one out.
That's success to the Burrell bench.
And out it comes. So both teams' benches have shifted over here to the penalty box as Morgantown is 75 seconds away from winning the D2 championship.
They're starting to celebrate with the players that were remaining on the bench across the way.
Burrell going to send it the length. Wilson will step out and leave it. Robbins. Out comes Morgantown with it. Here comes Valente. Valente trying to get around Elias. Valente leaned on by Elias, who makes the defensive play. And Elias over here to the near side. Johnson going to dump it out. All the way back in the Morgantown end. Wilson will leave it for the defense as we count down the final 35. And Morgantown for their first championship. Valenti steps in. The one good block there by Taliani. Still showing grit here in the waning seconds. Cleared out. Wilson will take it. Leave it back for the defense. Sandolfini out here with it. And Morgantown just going to hold the puck as the final horn sounds. Country Roads, take me home. The Division II championship is on its way to West Virginia as the Morgantown Mohawks defeat the Burrell Bucks 5-1 and win the 2025 Division II championship.
So way back on 10-10 in the PIHL season, Morgantown falls at home 6-5 to Burrell. 21 wins later, they're lifting the Penguin Cup.
So Burrell, a valiant effort by the Bucks, a really good season. Comes up short today in the Division II championship, but the Bucks, they will get a chance to play for the first ever Challenge Cup on Saturday. We believe it's going to be, so we have full confirmation, it's going to be Pope John Paul, the Patriots, out of the eastern side of the state. But Morgantown, they win the Division II championship. They are the first West Virginia school to win the PIHL title since the John Marshall Monarchs in 2011.
So the journey's complete, Matt, right? Rob Rockus takes over 4 years ago. They rebuild, restart, fire up with these seniors who were freshmen 4 years ago. And now they're hoisting a trophy here at the Lemieux complex in Cranberry.
So Burrell still gets a chance.
All right, first things first, thank you to the fans once again. Second night in a row, you guys stuck around for a late night.
Not as late as last night.
True.
Let's hear it for these two teams.
So our final of 4 championships decided here. And Morgantown will move on. They are the D2 champions as they defeat Burrell 5-1, and the Mohawks take the Division II championship back to West Virginia.
How about going with your gut, right? Rob Rockus has Lincoln Cox, the senior, who goes 12-0 in the regular season, gets a shutout in the first round of the playoffs. Then he pulls in Ben Wilson, the sophomore, and he gives up 4 against the Shannock in the semis, but just 1 tonight. 40 saves for Ben Wilson.
And Morgantown has got the win. And they move on.
I'd like to see that Julian Kemp and Nico Kortsis
everybody
hug, right? Sportsmanship after the heat of the battle is done.
Good to see. So Bob, recap the scoring and also get our 5 new 3 stars for the game.
So power play goal by Nico Kortsis on a rebound off the boards in the first period from Gino Valente. And then Jacob Hollander, a power play goal from Shepard and Kortsis in the second period. John D. Bartolomeo off an assist from Cooper Cox. But 12 seconds after that, Julian Kemp gets Burrell on the board. It's 3-1. But then Hollander from Cox and Daphner deflection off a Petrucci shot to make it 5-1 Morgantown. The shots on goal in the third, 12-10 in favor of the Buccaneers, 41-32. Our third star with a goal and 117 minutes of ice time, Julian Kemp. I know there's only 51, but it seemed like he was out there for most of them. He's number 3, 40 saves in net for Ben Wilson. He's number 2, and 2 goals for Jacob Hollander. He's number 1 tonight from Morgantown.
So Morgantown winning their first ever PIHL High School Hockey Championship. And as you said, for Rob Rockus and his 9 seniors, it started 4 years ago and they were all freshmen. And it culminates with a PIHL Division II championship here at the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex in Cranberry tonight.
Well, again, the hats, right? This is the picture you want to have taken. The second to last picture, right? You'd like 2 of these pictures at the end of your season. This is one for Morgantown. They didn't do it in the West Virginia State Championship, so Burrell has a chance on Saturday, but congratulations to Morgantown, right? It was hard to overlook their numbers during the regular season, hard to overlook their numbers in their 3 wins to this championship. 25 goals in 3 playoff games for the Mohawks.
Successful season and a great run here for Morgantown. They are the 2025 Division II champions, and you see the Mohawks taking the cup over to the student section who made the long trek up here to Cranberry Township in Butler County tonight to celebrate with their faithful, as they are the champions, my friend. Final of 4 championships here at the UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex. Congratulations to Seneca Valley. Congratulations to your Cathedral Prep. Congratulations to Avonworth. All 3 of those teams will represent the PIHL in Western Pennsylvania in the PA State Championships on Saturday. Congratulations to Morgantown. They are the PIHL champions. Burrell will continue. They will play in the first ever Challenge Cup Saturday morning, 10 a.m. at the RMU Island Sports Center. For Bob Orquist and for all of our staff, thank you first of all to the TenbandTV crew here as well. Thanks to Dylan Offerman, Jess Levo, Kennedy Kazarowski, Mike Amon, and Tal Kazarowski. Matt Vandriak saying, I have running out of words, literally, and voice to say it with. But it has been a pleasure to bring you these 2025 PIHL High School Hockey Championships. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we did bring it to you. We'll see you Saturday at RMU for the Pennsylvania Cup. So we have fun of us here at the Trib Live High School Sports Network and TenbandTV. Good night, everyone.
It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh. It's a great day for PIHL hockey.
Finds a man in the slot, backhand try there, blocked. And back the other way comes Burrell, lead feed, here comes Dante Taliani. Taliani, the man goes to the net! Off the post! Mink! Taliani put it on the tape, and as you said, Mink did everything but finish. Lead feed up the right side, chance back for the Bucks, pass, save made. It's there by Hank Wilson. Morgantown gets a look in tight, Price makes the save. As Tom Petrucci looks to put it home.
Petrucci's there, but the key is that Sheftick healed that.
Centered, save made, follow-up try, another stop by Price. The first save was on Shepard, and the second was on Weston Mays. There was Luke Mink. It's going to be the Mohawks back the other way. Hollander drops to Valenti. Wrist shot fired wide. Rebound, score! Nico Kurtzis puts the mesh in motion, and the Mohawks get a Penny.com power play goal. School to win a PIHL Opener D2 championship since John Marshall did it in 2011. Burrell gets a couple of looks there, but there. Puck chipped back. Opportunity here for Mrazek. Mrazek taken down, penalty coming up. And the Mohawks headed to the sin bin. And Mink looks it over. Mink controls. Mink drifts. Mink shoots, deflected, save, rebound, save. As in front of the net was Forrest Baird. And it kept in. Bucks with relentless pursuit here. Good job by Snyder. Top of the left circle, shot on in front. Chance and tight, save Wilson, rebound kept out.
The only goal, big save there.
Sheftick threw it to the net, Wilson the save, puck still loose, battling for it, still loose, and the Mohawks get it out. Moving into the stratosphere off that block by Morgantown, Gino Valenti. Bringing it right back, shot on, save made, as Wilson the deal. Kurtz's shot, big deal there's the save by Price. Rebound down low, Price covers because he knows I want to talk more about Morgantown University. Mohawks Penny.com power play. Shepard, top of the left circle, shot blocked, follow-up try! Welcome to Splitsburg! Cooper Price stretching out. Power play. Cox centers. Valenti, denial, seems it had to come. Cooper Price, another big save.
This time right post.
That one off the post. It's Lemieux, but now Johnson out of the box. Lead pass by the defense. Johnson, he hits the post. Ding dong, back and forth.
Ding dong, yo, ding dong at both ends.
Shepard back to the left point. Lemieux to Kurtzis. Kurtzis to Shepard in the left circle. Shepard to the right circle. One-timer score! Jacob Hollander, red light activated. Penny.com power play goal. 2-0 Mohawks. Taken down again by Burrell's Adam Sheftick. And now a lead feed back the other way. Jake Rose. And I think that Valenti got back enough to get a piece of it. Mrazek, 3-on-2 back the other way. Mrazek drags, turns, shoots, save Wilson. No rebound with Baird looking for it.
Nice job. He's not a WV graduate. He also works for the university, does Rob Rockus.
Here comes Mink around everybody. Mink to the net. And a big save. Ben Wilson.
You just took me back a little bit. Thank you.
That's what I'm here for. Polar call.
Whoa.
Oh, giveaway. Almost taking one back. Lemieux does get it. Lemieux in the slot puts the mesh in motion. And Morgantown has a 3-0 lead. Lemieux.
Good teams take advantage of those mistakes. And that's one that Cooper Price would like to have back, and that's right, not the guy.
Wraparound
oh,
score!
Yes!
Burrell gets it right back. Julian Kemp and the Bucks on the board. Cut the deficit to 3-1. Rose missed everybody. And now back the other way, it's going to be Cooper Cox. Good feed. Score! Jacob Hollander! And Morgantown gets the 3-goal lead right back. Cox, Hollander, boom, baby. PIHL. Helen dumps it in. A lot of these teams, Bob, play various tournaments and other games through the season because it is so long. Redirect score! Justin Daffner in front with the redirection, and Morgantown leads 5-1. During the regular season, but Wilson's played 2 of the 3 playoff games, and now a lead pass behind the defense, just a little too far for Gino Valenti.
So Valenti.
Morgantown player loses his edge. Kemp back the other way, coast to coast. Save made, rebound. And I see a Cranberry Township police officer loosening his handcuffs because Wilson just committed robbery. Now we mix it up afterwards because Morgantown's had it. As the final horn sounds. Country roads, take me home. The Division II championship is on its way to West Virginia as the Morgantown Mohawks defeat the Burrell Bucks 5-1 and win the 2025 Division II championship.
So what?
It's a PIHL hockey night in Pittsburgh. It's a great day for PIHL hockey. It's a PIHL hockey night in Pittsburgh. It's a great day for PIHL hockey.
Be the Mohawks back the other way. Hollander drops to Valenti. Wrist shot fired wide. Rebound, score! Nico Kurtzis puts the mesh in motion, and the Mohawks get a penny.com power play goal. Shepard back to the left point. Lemieux to Kurtzis. Kurtzis to Shepard in the left circle. Shepard to the right circle. One-timer, score! Jacob Hollander, red light activated, penny.com power play goal, 2-0 Mohawks.
You just took me back a little bit. Thank you.
That's what I'm here for. Polar code.
Whoa.
Oh, giveaway, almost taking one back. Lemieux does get it. Lemieux in the slot, puts the mesh in motion, and Morgantown has a 3-0 lead. Lemieux.
Good teams take advantage of those mistakes. And that's one that Cooper Price would like to have back, and that's right, not the guy.
Wraparound
Oh,
score!
yes!
Burrell gets it right back. Julian Kemp and the Bucks on the board. Cut the deficit to 3-1. Rose missed everybody. And now back the other way, it's going to be Cooper Cox. Good feed. Score! Jacob Hollander! And Morgantown gets the 3-goal lead right back. Cox, Hollander, boom, baby.
It's a PIHL hockey night in Pittsburgh. It's a great day for PIHL hockey.
With the PIHL Division II champion, captains of the Morgantown Mohawks, Weston Maisie, Gino Valenti, Nico Kurtzis, 3 seniors, 3 champions here on TenbandTV, the post.
Yeah, we've been working hard all year. I think we played really good tonight. So I think just it was a team effort the whole season, especially tonight, getting against a good Burrell team, and we just kind of beat them by 4. We just outplayed them because we work hard.
Gino, you guys have scored a lot of goals this season, and all of you guys have been a part of that. Talk about this offensive output this team this season and how it's just been so hard for teams to stop you.
Yeah, we knew we were the deepest team in the league, and we knew we had what it take to
as he said, and how you've grown and what you've seen along the way.
Just a lot of experiences, a lot of different places, a lot of different, lines and line matchups. And, it's just been a super fun ride, and I just can't believe it's coming to an end like this. No better ending.
Weston, how are you feeling after all this?
Pretty good. I'm a little tired because I skated a lot tonight, but, we all did. We all played hard, so just team effort, just amazing.
You also seem to have lost a little bit more blood than the other guys. Weston was injured in the post-game celebration, so a little bit of blood for the championship?
Yeah, of course it was after the game, so it's not as good of a story, but, I got the blood all down the legs, so, it makes for a good story.
Individually and collectively for you guys, I mean, you've all been through this together, and as you said, this is where the ride ends, but it's been a great ride. Just talk about what some of your favorite memories have been and what it's been like for you to be a part of this team through the years.
I'm on a line with Gino and Aiden, one of our other seniors, and, if they don't score, I'll be in front of the net just grinding out rebounds, and it's just fun to know that if they don't score, I'm right there to put it away.
Gino, what's it been like for you?
It's just been super fun, playing with along these guys and making friends, making brothers. These guys are all my family, all super close and, close-knit group. And it's just been so much fun.
Nico?
It's been awesome. These guys are like brothers to me. I mean, the last couple of years we've been through a lot of ups and downs, and this year it's just been nothing but happiness. And, everybody's friends with everybody. Nobody's mad at each other on the bench. We get down a goal, we're right back in it. We're cheering each other up, so it's been amazing. Family for life.
You guys have won 22 consecutive games going back now to October the 10th. What a way to end your careers as Morgantown Mohawks. What a story it is for you guys, too, to start as freshmen and work your way up. Any final thoughts or anything else you guys want to add before we wrap it up here?
No, not much. Just go M-Town.
Morgantown on top. That's all I got to say.
We're just a family. We're a big, happy family.
An extra happy family because the family is taking home the PIHL Division II championship. Back to Morgantown tonight, the senior captains, Nico Cortzis, Gino Valenti, Weston Mazie with me here on 10-Band TV. Do you guys want to sing Country Roads before we bail out of here? I graduated from WVU, so I'll join with you guys. Almost heaven, West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is old there. Older than the trees, younger than the mountains, blowing like a breeze. Country road, take me home to the place I belong. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, take me home. Country roads. Your Division II PIHL champions, and quite the songbirds as well, the Morgantown Mohawks.
It's a PIHL Hockey Night in Pittsburgh. It's a great day for PIHL hockey.